Well, that's a hell of a way to start our program today, Pappy.
That's my favorite version
Ray
of that song.
Charles, yes, sir. Welcome
Ray.
in, everybody, to Studio A at 1 Biloxi Square in beautiful downtown Lake Worth, Texas.
Where they are now shooting radar on 820, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
They
you know what,
Saturday
yeah.
had a job to do. How you doing, buddy?
Man, I'm doing good. Today's program spurred a lot of comments, as you can see. That we'll be reading to you. What does it mean to you
Oh, and by the way,
to be an American?
Happy Earth Day to you, my friend.
Well, yeah.
Whatever the hell that means.
Is that why my shirt smells like dirt?
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of poetic,
I
isn't
was
it?
wondering, yeah.
Doing
Coincidence?
well.
I don't think
Doing
so.
well.
We're
Another
good.
day of being quarantined, but our illustrious Governor Abbott
Yeah.
from the great state of Texas is going to start relaxing some of the restrictions little by little.
Maybe I can get a haircut.
Yeah, boy, I either got to get a haircut or quit baying at the moon. My wife's getting tired of it and can't sleep, you know. But anyway, we want to welcome you in, everybody.
Yeah, welcome.
And we thought we would do a program with all this coronavirus stuff that's going on. Plus, you know, people are really feeling the strain, and some things are coming out about the country and things like this on comments, and we just thought we would remind everybody what it is to be an American, and
find out what it means to you to be an American as well. So
that's exactly correct.
I think we're kind of slipping away from that. It seems like.
It does.
I know our illustrious Mark Zuckerberg seems to think we're not American anymore.
I see the maintenance man forgot to turn the bells off.
Yeah,
But
the old
anyway,
clock
hey,
tower, yeah.
there you go. But anyway, we thank you because we got such a great response on comments. And without any further ado,
Yeah.
what does it mean to you to be an American? So, Pappy, let's go right to what America means to you. Some of the comments that we got in, and we'll get after it right quick. Clayton Thompson says being an American means I'm free. He's free to do what he wants, to be rich or poor, to get drunk or stay sober.
Attaboy,
It also
Clayton.
means he can own a firearm to protect his family with, and to speak his mind if he wants to.
By God.
Clayton, that pretty well sums up the whole show.
Okay,
right
now
there.
what is the
Let's
next
cut
show
it
about?
while we're ahead.
Yeah, jump
By
out.
God.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome, Clayton, and thank you for your comment, brother. Russell Curlin, old cousin Russell up in Wyoming. Says,
Wyoming. How you doing up there, guys?
Hadn't seen that boy since I was a little toddler, I don't think. He's saying what being an American means to him is the right to believe in God and worship Him, the right to free speech, the right to keep and bear arms, and the right to peaceful protest. The freedom to do all the mention without reprisals from my government or those around me. Now, Russell served 20 years plus in the military. And it says that it's really sad to see what is going on now, what's happening in this country. He is so disappointed in the liberal side because they just don't get it anymore.
Well, Russell,
Well said, Russ.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Terry Crow wrote in to say what it means to him is her. I'm sorry.
Another question.
Is the fact that I'm an American and being able to proudly tell anyone that she is, and that's a wonderful thing. Even through tough times, she thanks God that she can do this. But right now, in the tough times that we're living, this is not my America. I find myself explaining to my children that this is not the country in which I was raised. I see the look of astonishment on their faces when she tells them about the great American life she lived throughout 60 years.
And stick to your gun there, cuz that's raising those children right, in my opinion.
Absolutely, and you folks too. I mean, you got to hang on to these values, folks.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, even though it's a tough time, I've said it before, America has gone through some very tough times in her lifespan, and Americans have always raised to the occasion, and we haven't lost.
Which is exactly what makes this country so great.
That's exactly right.
I mean, the values and everything that we're about. I mean, everybody's going, well, America's not free anymore and all that. You need to travel across a big pond. You'll change your opinion about that real quick, regardless to what's going on or what's not happening in America. We're still a free country, and we're still the home of the brave. I mean,
We sure are.
I'm beginning to think that a lot of people's turning a deaf ear to what we're all about. It sickens me to think about it.
It makes me sick in my stomach.
Oh, look, our buddy Eric. Eric.
A little snide remark from Eric.
And Eric, in case you don't know, is better known as the doctor or the innkeeper. And I won't share some of the other pet names I've given him. Eric says
There's quite a few of them too. I'm telling you.
he's a character. He's a character. Eric said that being American means gay couple being allowed to protect their marijuana plants with whatever gun they see fit while praying to whichever God they believe in. He winds up by saying, "Pass the taters, please."
Mm-hmm.
That's being Texican, by God. Eric, you're a trip, brother. We love you, man. Oh, man. I could go
Eric,
on with
brother. You just have a way of putting things sometimes, you know what I'm saying, brother?
him. I wished I could be that way.
Jason Smith of Louisiana said being American means you have the right to succeed if you're willing to work for it. The American dream is not dead, he says. It is just not being taught in our schools and universities anymore. Only socialism and rhetoric from high school and college professors. Those who work their ass off to succeed are now being asked to carry the load for the freeloaders who don't want to work
Ain't it so?
or are just plain too lazy to want it. He says he wants to shoot his TV every time he sees or hears someone cut this country down in any form or fashion.
And I'm inclined to agree with you, Jason, but have you priced new TVs lately?
Yeah.
Get you a sponge
Hey,
brick or
it'd
something.
be cheaper for us to send him some ammunition, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good one, Jason.
Yeah,
Thank you
well,
so much.
yeah, we
Appreciate
appreciate
it.
hearing from you, brother. Paula B. She gave us a shout out on Twitter and says that us older generation Americans need to step aside and allow the now generation to take over. She says that America is changing, that the older generation is fighting them on accepting the changes. Well, when you become my age, Paula, respectfully, you'll be the same damn way.
Paula, we'll have to respectfully agree to disagree because some of the old ways are the best ways.
Well,
Some of the new changes, and I think Jason Smith said it best earlier, you know, all our kids are being taught today, especially in the universities,
yeah.
is socialism.
Well,
Nothing about being an American and freedom and rights
It
and
is.
liberties.
It is, and the majority of the people that's trying to implement this so-called socialism haven't the faintest damn clue what it's all about.
That's true.
I'll leave it at that. I will respect your opinion on how you feel and what you say, but I strongly disagree. Even though it is a new world,
Yeah.
and I've accepted a lot of those implemented changes, I've probably helped create some of them.
Yeah.
But when it comes to values, that's
It shouldn't change.
It's what America's about.
Absolutely.
I mean, we've got people in Congress trying to strike the
The Pledge of Allegiance.
yeah.
Yeah, AOC, you suck. I'm sorry.
I mean, my ears are heating up. I
Ilyun,
wish
whatever
I-
your name is, go back to where you came from.
Miss Ahmed or
Yeah,
whatever.
we don't,
That's,
yeah.
that's,
I
that's
kill you.
stupid.
Okay.
Yeah. I am not liking this very much.
I'm not shitting the butter. Okay, let's see. Our buddy Rory Tatum
Good old Rory.
says America is the greatest country in the world. Hear, hear, Rory. We fight for rights and freedoms, and her American is the same as yours, like the star, or her America, I'm sorry, is the same as yours, like the Star Spangled Banner and apple pie.
Yeah.
We allowed in my generation the government to become overblown with its unfathomable greed,
That we have.
and it has descended on us. It is time we take the government back and cut it down to size, whether the, shall we say, caca? When the caca hits the fan, I'll be busy working on supply lines to keep our forces battling. I will do this for America, my kids, and my grandkids.
And you know what? I pretty much grew up with this lady. She's for real when she
I
talks
have
about
got
that.
to meet this lady.
She's at
I
Oklahoma.
love her comments.
Yeah,
I really do.
She's a character. I mean, I knew her whole family quite well. We used to all party together and carry on like fools. But
Rory, you're one of my heroes. I want you to know that. I mean, we love your comments. I mean, you're just straightforward and you just spit it out.
you're definitely one of a kind, Rory Belinda. And I love you. You need to drop on down to Texas and come spend a moment with us. Gary Parker says he's a veteran of the U.S. Army and that he respects Americans' right to protest and make their voice heard, but not at the expense of pro athletes taking a knee during our national anthem.
Hear, hear.
I agree, by God. He says they would get more response from Americans if they would do it the right way instead of being radical and stupid.
Now, that's a very common sense statement.
It's very
Right
profound,
there.
Yeah.
That is very, Gary,
Short and to
good
the,
job, bro.
short and to the point. I
That,
like that.
that just says it in a nutshell.
Absolutely.
Let's see, Charlotte Myers says America has gone overboard trying to be politically correct.
We did a show on this.
You did that. And try to keep from hurting someone's feelings. We need to get back to just telling it like it is, like it or not.
Thank you.
This is the great bastion, or the last great bastion of freedom in the world, and it's being ripped apart from her own people.
Yeah.
What a shame.
I couldn't agree more.
That's pretty heavy right there, Charlotte. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks
Holy
for that,
mackerel.
Charlotte.
Wow.
And Albert C. says on Twitter that he wants the effing liberals to be on the front lines protecting our freedoms instead of crying like a little girl when things don't go their way. I like that. I like it, whether you're
That's
liberal
another
or not.
direct statement. now, folks, we've told you on our shows ever since we started that we value your comments and your opinions, pro or con. Now, we may differ in our thoughts and our beliefs from what you say, but we're going to read them, good or bad, right here. And we do have the right to come back and give you our feelings because
That's true.
it's our show, Pappy.
Because by God, we can.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, we respect your opinion. We might not agree with them. But,
Let's see. Joseph Montoya says there is no greater feeling than to be an American.
by God.
All of the freedoms we now enjoy are the envy of countries all around the world, and we should be thanking God for all of the rights we have as citizens.
You know, and that right there kind of hits the nail on the head as to probably why outsiders are trying to change what America's about, because I don't know if it's through envy, ignorance, whatever it is. I mean,
Jumping Jiminy.
if you want to live in your own smire, stay where you're at. You know, don't bring that crap over here.
This country is so
not right.
great. I tell you what, I get a lump in my throat when I hear the national anthem. I kind of get a lump in my throat when I'm reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. That's a good thing you folks can do with your children when you're at home. They're not teaching the Pledge of Allegiance
No,
in school.
no, they're trying to ban it.
Yeah. So I encourage you and challenge you to teach your children the Pledge of Allegiance
Teach your children
to the
well.
flag of the United States of America.
Yeah.
God,
And half the parents out there these days, being in the form of young millennials, probably couldn't quote the Pledge of Allegiance.
they probably can't even sing the national anthem.
They don't even know what beans and cornbread's all about. About
Damn,
that.
that's a shame, isn't it?
Yeah. Boy,
Holy
they're
mackerel.
missing out. Pull my finger.
Gosh almighty. But we had some great comments, folks. I mean, we just...
And we love hearing from you. grandpaandpappy@gmail.com. We're on Twitter. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're LinkedIn, which I know absolutely zero about. But, I mean, just hit us up. We have all the avenues that you need. Let us hear from you. We love having something to talk about.
Yeah, we sure do.
We are
and
listening.
that's the purpose of this show, folks. When Grandpa and I first started knocking this around, I guess what, 2 years ago?
2 or 3 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, we thought, hey, let's get a show together that lets the people say what's on their mind, and we'll talk about it.
Exactly.
And that's what we try to stick by.
Exactly.
And the format we adhere to every time we turn on these mics and start recording. But I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, in all honesty, if you do not like this country and you do not like what's going on in this country, instead of cutting our country down, move.
Yeah.
And take those damn Hollywood liberals with you that promised to move if our great President Trump was elected. They were going to move out of the country.
That, and you should have plenty of time before the walls were erected. So,
Yeah, did you see the president, God bless him, he's had to make so many difficult decisions for the betterment of the American
I
people.
would
But
not want his job.
he is signing a bill today banning any immigration to this country until the coronavirus is officially declared over.
Well, I mean, everybody, all the other countries are doing it too. I mean, why are we being bashed for the same thing?
That's a great point.
I mean, hell.
That's a great
That-
point.
that
We
is-
could give a country $10 million and they're going to gripe because we didn't give them 12.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean,
I just don't understand that.
It's so redundant.
I really do not.
To say it in a peaceful manner, it's so redundant. It is.
There is some good news on the coronavirus front, though. Slowly but surely, they're starting to let people get back to a normal routine. So just bear with them,
Yeah.
and we'll go from there. You know,
Play by the rules. I guess.
it was funny, or it wasn't funny. It was great to me, Pappy, to read all the comments that we got in on what does it mean to you to be an American. It just made me feel good right here, and
Oh, yeah.
thanks for all them.
And I'm sure we'll hear a lot more. You know, I mean, it's and that's fine. Send them on. Send 'em
in a
on.
great way
We'll
for
update.
us to wind up this portion of our program of what we were talking about. Our own Special K put together a montage that ought to put a lump in your throat and make you proud to be an American. So let's turn to the monitors over there, Pappy,
Okay.
and watch this.
It sits in your soul, beats in your heart. It's everything, we are a part. From every mountainside to shore, and in between, so much more. Founded in God, we trust. We're America. Soldiers pledged
Wow.
Pretty powerful.
Wow.
Powerful stuff right there, by God.
Oh, Special K.
Great job.
Good job. Boy, that ought to make you feel good about being an American.
Yeah. God bless America, man.
Absolutely. Let's move into some of our viewer comments that we received on some of our prior shows. If you want to kick us off, Pappy, go right ahead.
Well, our buddy Rory Tatum up in Oklahoma says, Veteran Show was informative. She says, the VA just wants Vietnam-era veterans to die. It's not just encompassing the Vietnam vets, dear. We all know that America is being bad, that these men and women are treated in this manner. Desert Storms and newer vets are treated much better. It is one hell of a mess. She said she is glad that her mom and dad wouldn't allow her to enlist.
That's why we love Rory. She just really tells it like it is, everybody, and that's a good thing.
Well, mom and papa's wasn't real happy about enlistment, but I know what I was happy about when they ended the draft lottery.
I heard that. Clinton Rich commented on YouTube just to say that he enjoyed the show, Pappy, on the program we did on veterans. And so that's a good thing.
Huh.
Zimmer, I think.
Zimmer Tracks commented on YouTube also the coronavirus show about the truth and myths. They say it was great stuff, and thanks for providing this content.
Yeah.
They did. They did. YouTube did comment on that.
Yes,
Yeah.
they certainly did. And the good thing is we had a comment on our last show that we needed to make sure our facts were correct. We get all of the facts from the CDC and all these government agencies that monitor this. So we do our research and we verify these. So let's see here. Robert Smith says he watched the show on veterans with his sister and is glad that someone finally got pissed off enough to call out our elected officials. He said, as a military veteran, he wanted to thank us for recognizing all veterans and bringing some of their problems to light. Well, that's
was,
why the program was
the purpose of intent of that show. Yeah,
it really was.
And thank you for seeing that.
Pardon me.
You know, anything we can do to make a veteran's life better, I'm down for.
We had quite a few comments from the veteran show.
We did. Well, pretty much all of our friends are vets, you know. Oh, here we go. Jason Perry said he enjoyed the veteran show and thanks to our guest services to our country. But what woodpile did we pull him from behind? Who is him?
Big Matt.
Oh.
Matt.
Hey, don't
Let her roll off your shoulders.
Don't underestimate Big Mac. He's a pretty sharp cookie.
And he's a pretty big boy, too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to mess with him. Brandon Barr says the question we ask, are veterans getting a fair shake from the VA, has a very simple answer. No.
And I couldn't agree more.
Brandon, we're right there with you, brother.
That's right.
We're right there with you.
Russell Curlin up in Wyoming says he gets treated by the VA very well in the great state of Wyoming. These guys are the bomb, he says. Very attentive and listen to what you say. They have found several health issues he has, and they have followed up in a very timely manner. He says that since the COVID-19 hit, things have slowed way down, but overall, they're a great bunch of people. Good for you, cuz.
Just keep them cards and letters coming, Russ.
As I mentioned in our brief talks about that particular subject, not a lot of people can say that. So so good for you, man. Glad you're doing good up there. Stay safe.
And we do want to tell everybody that if you do have a serious comment to make about maybe relatives of yours that have not been treated well by the VA, write your congressman.
Present or past, yeah.
This is how we get things done, is when the people speak up to our congressmen and elected officials, because after all, that's what they were elected to do.
Supposedly that's why they're there. I'm beginning to wonder myself. But is it just me or are these allergies kicking your butt this week?
Man, I'm telling you, my eyes are still itching, and golly.
Yeah, it might be another show.
Yeah, the allergy. The allergy tech.
The big A.
Hey, we've told you so many times before, folks, your comments mean so much to us.
They
And
do.
there's ways that you can get a hold of us at emailing us at grandpaandpappy@gmail.com. That's grandpaandpappy@gmail.com. We also have a web page.
And what would that address be?
That address is www.grandpainpappy.com.
Letter N. That's right.
And when you go on the web page, you can not only leave a comment there on Twitter, but you can also subscribe.
With the big red button.
That's right. And it makes it real easy. And we're asking you for a favor to tell your friends about going on there and subscribing.
Give us a thumbs up while you're there.
We'd love to hear from you. And
We work by numbers here.
yes, we do. Yes, we do. You know, we've got a very interesting program coming up. As a matter of fact, this is a program that not a lot of people are talking about. We've talked a lot about first responders.
One close to my heart.
Yeah.
Because it's where I was raised.
And our next one we're going to talk about is farmers and ranchers are hurting too.
As they have been for quite a while.
Absolutely.
They
This pandemic
Bless their
has
hearts.
affected everyone. But stop and think about the farmers and ranchers, everybody.
Yep.
When you go to your favorite supermarket and you're looking for meat, you're looking for produce, and things like this, it comes from these people that get up at,
And literally work
4
their
o'clock in the
ass
morning
off.
and work all day long.
Think about that.
7 days a week. They don't get a day off.
Think about that next time you eat a sandwich or crack an egg.
That's right.
You know.
That's what it's all about, and we're going to pay tribute to our farmers and ranchers, so we want you to comment on that very topic. Let us hear from you. Tell us what you
Absolutely.
think, and we'll pass those along to the farmers and ranchers.
We'll
yeah.
sure talk about them. We love having you along. You guys are great. We could not do it without you,
That's exactly right.
and we appreciate and love you for that. We do.
We do, so
Keep
until...
them cards and letters coming in,
Yeah.
okay?
So until next time, we want to thank you for joining us. Ask you to join us again on our next podcast. Until then, take care. We love you
Yes, we do.
and salute.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.